For the past 20 years, the Champions League has been known for being ruled by teams from England, Italy, Germany and Spain. The last time a team outside these leagues won a title was FC Porto in 2004, and with the exception of PSG, it is unlikely we will see a team outside these famous countries lift the trophy anytime soon. But in 1986, a piece of history was made. Steaua Bucharest became the first, and today only, Romanian side to win the European Cup. It was a truly incredible story, with a side coming from a country under communist oppression and defeating a side that are nowadays synonymous with the European Cup. This is a story of when Steaua Bucharest ruled Europe. Steaua Bucharest were founded in 1947 and were commonly associated with the Romanian army. They appealed to young players, as playing for the club meant they wouldn't have to partake in military service. They enjoyed several honours over the next 40 years, but were often in the shadows of their city rivals, Dinamo Bucharest. Things started to change however in 1983. Valentin Ceausescu, son of the Romanian president Nicolae, was appointed as general manager of the club. He got the club to sign sponsorship deals with businesses such as Fiat and Ford in an attempt to help them become a powerhouse. Former Steaua player Aymeric Jenai was appointed manager in 1983, which would be his second spell managing the club. He was a simplistic manager, and through him his team earned the nickname the Speedies, due to their one-touch training. He refused to hold long meetings before games, not wanting to affect the concentration of his players, and would often announce his starting lineups 3 days before games, so as to not leave his players tense before kick-off. Jenai failed to win the league in the 83-84 season, and was sacked by the club, but after only 4 months, he was brought back into the role. This time, there would be no let-up. Steaua won their first league title since 1978 and also made it a double, taking home the Romanian Cup. As league victors, Steaua will qualify for the first round of next season's European Cup. European competitions have been blown wide open due to the ban on English teams. With so much English success in the 70s and 80s, it was time for other teams to take advantage. Steaua would begin their campaign in September 1985, drawn against Danish side Velge, who at the time had Alon Simonsen in their side. They came away from Denmark with a 1-1 draw, thanks to a goal from Marin Radu. In the home leg, Steaua comfortably found their way through to the second round, with goals from Victor Peterka, Laszlo Bologna, Gavril Balaint and Tudorel Strojka sealing a 4-1 win. In the next round, they travelled to fellow communist country Hungary, where they would face off against the once great Honved. Steaua faced a scare, losing 1-0 in the away tie, but once again they won the second leg 4-1 and advanced into the quarter-final, where they were drawn against Finnish side Koisaisi. In front of 25,000 spectators at the Stadionul Steaua, neither side was able to break the deadlock. Steaua travelled to Helsinki, looking to settle the tie. For a large part of the second leg, the match remained deadlocked, but in the 86th minute, Victor Peterka scored and Steaua won the tie, advancing through to the semi-finals. They were drawn against Belgian giants Anderlecht. Having had a relatively fortunate draw so far, this was a tough challenge for Steaua. Anderlecht had defeated Bayern Munich in the quarter-finals, and with holders Juventus also going out, it looked as though this was a year for the underdog. Steaua travelled to Brussels to face the Belgians. The game was deadlocked until the 78th minute, with Anderlecht attacking midfielder Enzo Schifo scoring, and the tie finished 1-0 to the Belgians. Many feared that this would be the end of Steaua Bucharest's run. The return leg was staged on the 16th of April 1986. Any fears that Steaua's luck was up were soon put into question when Victor Peterka scored in the 4th minute, levelling the tie. Gavril Balaint doubled the lead for the Romanians in the 23rd minute, and with 71 minutes on the clock, Peterka scored again to settle the game. Steaua Bucharest will be playing in the European Cup final for the first ever time. Steaua Bucharest would face off against Spanish giants Barcelona. The Catalans had staged their own comeback in the semi-final, coming back from 3 goals down in the first leg against Gothenburg to win the second leg on penalties. The game would be played in Seville on the 7th of May 1986. Steaua entered the final on the back of claiming their second consecutive league title, but had a daunting task on their hands. Steaua would be playing to a crowd of 70,000 Barcelona supporters, with a delegation of only 1,000 there to cheer on the Romanians. The Barcelona side managed by Terry Venables was strong favourites going into the game, with confident expectations that they would capture their first European Cup. Before the game, Jenai stated, "Wouldn't it be a pity not to take the trophy home, having reached the final, knowing that the chance might never come again?" The game began after much anticipation, but despite all the expectation against them, Steaua were able to hold Barcelona out. The game itself was dull, but with 70,000 expectant Barcelona fans in the stadium, the longer the game dragged on without a breakthrough, the more anxious and frustrated they got. With Steaua able to hold out Barcelona for 90 minutes, they felt they could hold them out until extra time as well, and that is exactly what they did. With neither Barcelona or Steaua Bucharest able to make a breakthrough, the match will be decided with a penalty shootout. With neither side having won the European Cup before, history beckoned. Steaua Bucharest would kick first, with Mihail Majeru. His poor penalty was easily saved by Barcelona keeper Urruti, and the Catalans had the advantage. Up stepped Barcelona captain Jose Alexanco for his side. He hit the ball towards the corner, but Helmuth Dukadam was quick to meet the ball and parried it wide. The scores remained level. Now it was Laszlo Bologna's turn to put his side in front, but Urruti thwarted the Romanians again, and Barcelona had their advantage back. Angel Pedraza stepped up, hoping to be the one to finally put a ball into the net that night. But as he aimed for the bottom corner, Dukadam dived to his right and saved it. The game remained level, and after 120 minutes without a goal, it didn't look like one would be coming in a penalty shootout either. Centre forward Marius Lacatus stepped up for the Romanians, hoping to finally put his side into the lead. He stepped far back from the ball. With a lengthy run-up, he smacked the ball with intense power. It flew towards the goal, smashing off the underside of the crossbar and into the net. At long last, somebody had put the ball into the net. Advantage Steaua Bucharest. Pichi Alonso stepped up for Barcelona. With Barcelona being the first to blink, it was vital that they converted. But yet again, the ball was placed to the right of Dukadam, and he saved once more. Steaua had the chance to go 2 ahead. Gabi Balint stepped up for Steaua's 4th penalty. Balint also took a long run-up, before placing the ball into the bottom left corner, the one Barcelona had failed to reach 3 times now, almost as if to taunt the Spaniards. 2-0 ahead, Steaua Bucharest were 1 save away from history. Marcos stepped up for Barcelona, knowing that if he did not convert, the trophy would be lost. He walked to the penalty area nervous as he placed the ball on the spot. With Dukadam seemingly unbeatable, it was a monumental task. With Barcelona hitting their last 3 shots to Dukadam's right, Marcos shot to the keeper's left, but Dukadam was wise to his counterpart. He pounced at the shot and saved it. Steaua Bucharest had won the European Cup. Dukadam ran to his teammates, delirious in celebration. He had saved an astonishing 4 penalties to win his side the trophy, and was christened the Hero of Seville for his actions. Captain for the night Stefan Iovan lifted the trophy for his side. Iovan would later go on to say, "People were telling us we didn't have a chance, but we weren't scared at all, because we had formed a team with real personality." At midnight, Victor Pitorka turned 30, celebrating his birthday in the most perfect way imaginable. The side returned home with 30,000 fans lining the streets of Bucharest in celebration. Steaua Bucharest had made history against all the odds. Emeric Janai departed to manage the Romanian national team after this game. The club enjoyed further domestic success, going an astonishing 104 league games unbeaten over the next few seasons. Steaua would reach the final again in 1989, but lost to AC Milan. After the fall of the Ceausescu regime and the end of communist rule, the side continued to dominate, winning 6 consecutive Romanian championships between 1992 and 1998. With the likes of George Hagi and Dan Petrescu in their side. Sadly, in 2014 the club became involved with a legal battle with the Romanian military defence, who claimed ownership of the club, despite Steaua renouncing their military links. The dispute led to the club starting again in the 4th tier of Romanian football, and with them now in the nation's 3rd tier, they are some way off replicating their former success. Whilst it is sad how far the club have fallen, what they achieved with the European Cup was phenomenal. Many will say that they had to face easy opponents for the most part, but at the end of the day, you can only beat what's in front of you, and success is achieved through taking advantage of opportunities. And defeating a Barcelona side that was strong favourites, as well as saving 4 of their penalties, is certainly no mean feat. With the modern Champions League set up for success for the top clubs, and potential revamps in the future likely to make this even more the case, it is vital that stories like Steaua Bucharest's victory are clung onto, as we have no idea when something like this will happen again. And for all the issues that Steaua Bucharest have faced over the last decade that have torn them apart, Nobody can ever take their phenomenal European Cup triumph away from them.